Okay, fifth grade, we're going to continue here on with some more practicing. Example number 4 here on rounding.
Can you use a different color marker so I can really see what's going on,
Which
please?
one would you like, Miss Beth?
Can you use blue or green?
I didn't think
green.
it showed up very well with the green, but you could tell me as I write.
Okay.
Okay, so we see here now we have 232 take away or subtract 97. This is the first problem we have seen where the numbers are not the same as in place value. So we sometimes question, well, where do I need to round? When you have two different numbers, you take the number that is the smallest and round to that greatest place. So 97 is our smallest number here, so we're going to round to the nearest 10. So we would underline the tens place. So 3 gets underlined and 2 gets the arrow. 2 tells me to round which way? Down. Yes, so this 3 does what? Stays the same. What about this 2? Yes, it stays the same, and the 2, goes to a 0. Can you see that pretty good?
That's beautiful.
You like that better? Okay, good. Now 97. 7 tells me to round which way? Up. So this tells me that 9 now needs to go up 1. And what number comes after 9? 10. Good. And this is a hard concept. And then what happens to the 7? That goes to a what? A 0. So 97 would round up to 100. Good. And now we can subtract. 0 minus 0 are 0, 3 minus 0 is 3, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So our estimate would be about 130. Okay, 232 now. I put here just the letter C for compatible, so you don't have to write out the whole word again. So if you get that example copied down. When you're using compatible numbers, now again, 232, would we want to go 200, 250, or 300? 232 is closer to 250. Good. And subtract. And 97, that's obviously closest to what? Good, 100. So now we have just 250 minus 100, which gives us 150, about 150. Good job. If you have any questions, please write them down. Okay, another example for rounding. Now you will see here these are decimals, 23 and 8/10, subtracting 4 and 7/10. When you have a decimal, they want you to round to the nearest whole number. When you do that, the whole number, you're just going to always use the ones place. So whatever digits in the ones place will get underlined. And then you always look to the right. 8's going to tell me to round which way? Up. Good. So this 3 goes to a what? 4. And what happens to my 2? It stays the same. So 23 and 8/10 gets rounded to 24. Good job. Now 4 and 7/10. 7 tells me to round which way? Good. Up. And so 4 goes to a what? 5, and the 7 gets what? Dropped. Remember, for our decimals, we don't change to zeros like we did up here. The number just gets dropped. And what is then 24 take away 5? That is 19. Okay, good job. All right, now, using compatible numbers. 23 and 8/10 is close to what? Yeah, that's closer to 24. So we're going to round that off. You're going to use 24. And subtract 4 and 7/10. What is that close to? Is it closer to 4 or is it closer to 5? 5, good. And you will see here again now that these numbers, compatible and rounding, were the same. They were similar, so they are close to it. All right, good job. If you have any questions, please put it down. Okay, let's do 2 more together. Number 6, this is the R's for rounding. Let's get 87 and 2/10 copied down, plus 3 and 9/10. Okay, we are rounding decimals, so we round to the nearest whole number, again using the number that's in the ones place to underline. Then we look to the right to decide which way to round. 2 tells me that we're going to round down, which means this underlined number does what? Good, it stays the same. So this is going to round to 87, and this is just going to get dropped. 3 and 9/10. 9 tells me to round which way? Up. Good. So this 3 is going to go to a what? A 4. So now we have 87 plus 4. And 7 plus 4 is what? 11. So we put the 1, regroup the 1, and 8 plus 1 is 9. So we have about 91. Good job, 5th grade. One more. Compatible numbers. Now 87 and 2/10. Is that closer to 87 or 88? Really close to 87, so we're going to use 87. Okay, and 3 and 9/10 is close to what? 4. And again, you see that these numbers are similar, and we get 91. Okay, I have a question down here, and this was similar to our explain it in your textbook. about how do we know which estimate is closest to the actual answer. Okay? How do you find that? Well, you find that by the numbers that were closer to the actual numbers. So you look back and see which ones are closer to your original numbers. Okay, good job, 5th grade. If you have a question about that, write that down. Okay? Now I want you to bring me some questions, and I want you to try page 37, numbers 9 through 12, and 25 through 28 in your spirals. Good job, 5th grade. See you tomorrow.